session. I'm going to have this person up on stage. Okay, thanks.
Hi, great. Thank you. I'm Ron. Okay.
A very detailed introduction to us. Okay. So my name is Eva. I'm a pharmacist working in Royal Hospital and community pharmacy for 7 years. So this is my partner tonight.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Sandy. Like what Ron has mentioned, I've been in the fitness industry for 10 years and a mother of 2 lovely children. Okay. So today we're gonna share a topic, a very interesting topic about drugs and nutrition. Yeah.
So like Sandy, like whenever you fall sick, do you go for like take medicine or you take nutrition?
Before I get to know nutrition, okay, way back when I fall sick, usually the first thing I will visit doctors, or I become a doctor myself. Okay, go pharmacy and tell the pharmacist, I'm not feeling good, headache or sore throat, whatever medicine they have over there. The next time when I fall sick, I'll take back the medicine. So that's what I do last time, because that's what my parents have been doing for generation. So that's the knowledge that you pass to me when I'm just saying, oh, let's take visit doctor, buy medicine, or be your own doctor. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, that daily functions. See? Next.
So, what is so important of having sufficient nutrients in our body of our health? Because having a sufficient or complete nutrients, it will help us to have to able to heal our DNA. Okay, and of course, in terms of cell reproduction, it helps it in a better way as well. Other than this, too, for those that are having hormone issues, with proper nutrients, it helps us to regulate back our body hormones, and of course, helps us to eliminate unwanted toxins from our body. Okay, because having a lot of calcium in your body feels very heavy and it gets sick easily. And the last one, of course, the main which is the inflammation response. Because all sickness causes of inflammation. By having the right nutrients, it helps us to build our health and help us to respond faster in terms when we are getting sick. Okay, so the next one. So here are some examples of the vitamins and the functions of the vitamins. Okay, I'll just go through very quickly because you can find this over the website as well. The first one on the vitamin A is the functions for your eyes and the nervous system, and acts as antioxidants as well. Okay, as you all know, our life we can't escape from antioxidants. We oxidize almost every second of the day. So vitamin A is very important for our cell reproduction, to prevent antioxidants. And of course, vitamin B. Okay, that's B1, B2, B3, B5. All sorts of vitamins B that helps us to maintain our DNA and red blood cells. And of course, essentials for our nervous system functions and energy productions as well. And the most common one you always hear is vitamin C. Okay, so when you fall sick, you will say, oh, take vitamin C. It helps you to boost your immune systems. Okay, and of course, we have vitamin E, also act as an antioxidant. Next, and when we grow older, okay, we need calcium. Calcium is what? Calcium is for your bones, for your teeth. Okay, because if you do not have enough calcium, you will have osteoporosis. And when it comes to calcium, do not forget about magnesium. A lot of people, they always talk about calcium but not magnesium. Magnesium helps us to relax. Okay, just for an example, you open up your hand. Okay, you do this. If you do not have enough of magnesium, you will not able to do this reaction.
This is why crabs happen.
Because you are short of magnesium. Okay, so that's how important calcium and magnesium is. And of course, omega-3, it helps us to reduce the inflammations. As we mentioned earlier, disease, comes when we have a lot of inflammation. So by having sufficient of omega-3, it helps you to reduce your inflammations. Okay, so if I have a question, what happens if we are short of one of the nutrients? We are not complete. What will happen? Let's say for vitamin B.
So if you're short of vitamin B, you know that you will have more than 400 types of health issues because of just one vitamin B. But it involves so many functions in our body, and short of one, so many functions in our body. So many really is. This shows that how important our nutrition is, and then it helps us to solve a lot of problems, even like small problems like hair loss, skin dry, dry skin, or even pimples, or even like cracked nails, migraines.
All these related because we are short of one of the nutrients, incomplete nutrients. Okay, so next.
So then we talk about what is medicine. Medicine is actually a chemical that affects our body system in a very fast, a very quick way compared to nutrients. Okay, next one. Yeah. So it is meant to control our diseases. So for example, today you have high blood pressure, we make sure up to 200, and then if you don't control it, you will get stroke.
Yes, correct.
So what can we do? We use medicine to help us to bring down the high blood pressure. Okay, so this bring it down first to stabilize our condition so that we have more time to heal ourselves. Okay, so like the last sentence is so that we have more time to use nutrition to help our body to repair, and then it will recover. Okay, that's so important.
Yeah, so basically medication is just like putting out the fire. Okay, when your house on fire, you use fire extinguisher to clear a fire. So this is how medication do to our body as well. So it just solves the temporary issue, but not in long term.
It's not the cause.
If
we don't settle the cause like on long term, for example, if you start on hypertension medication, then the next thing you will notice, hey, I'm not going to muscle. Then I add on one more med. Then wait, I got high blood sugar, then add one more med. Then this go longer and longer. Okay, focus on the cost where the nutrition comes into place to focus on that.
Okay. So I heard, like I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of side effects in this medication. So if are you able to let us know what are the side effects?
The bad news of medicine is all the medicine has side effects.
Oh,
Even another person has side effects. Okay. So for example, today you have like headache.
Yeah.
So you go and take painkiller. Alright. So you solve your headache, there's no more pain.
Yes.
But then you might have gastric issue. Okay. Yes. Okay. So if you have gastric issue, how? Oh, because I'm taking gastric pill already. Okay. So after you take gastric pill, so now you want to after you take gastric pill, it affects your stomach absorption.
Sure.
Then, but not enough nutrients, especially the very common lacking of B12. Okay. Lacking of B12, you get anemia, renal problem. Then add on more medicine.
Wow, it's like when the Chinese say, "I have 10 for my got 9 cover, I will over there."
No, we say one.
Oh, you
So what is the cause of the whole thing? It's a headache.
Yeah.
Headache. So what causes the headache? Could be maybe you're not drinking enough water. Maybe you don't take enough magnesium. You're lacking of vitamin B complex. You're stressed.
Yeah.
So
Goes on from one goes to the other.
yes, medicine is always side effects, side effects, side effects. And then what do we want is we want to solve the cause, we want to rely on medicine. So, and you can see here that beside giving you the effect, all the medicine give you the effect, and at the same time it will drain off certain nutrients out of our body as well. So when you are taking, like for example, just now I talked about the gastric pill,
Yes.
makes you lacking of vitamin B12.
Yes.
That is so common. Okay. So that's why when you are taking medicine, you need to add on certain nutrition to help you to balance it back so that your body is able to get much better and improve from the illness. Next one. So here are some of the examples of the medicine, very common medicine, and what are the nutrients that we will lose because of taking this medicine. Right. Next one. So this is a very, very common, very popular example. Okay, so this is how our cholesterol is produced in our body. So a lot of the senses here. So it's really cholesterol and then coenzyme Q10. Okay, so when we take the cholesterol medicine statin, next one. Okay, it will block this pathway. It will stop the cholesterol production. Okay. But at the same time, it will stop the production of CoQ10 as well. Okay. So what is so important about CoQ10?
Yeah, what's so important about
Okay. So CoQ10 is a source of energy. It's our battery. Okay. No battery means you have very low energy. Tired. Things like that. That's why a very common statin side effect is muscle weakness. Okay, we got it. Yes.
So for those, if you are taking, high cholesterol medication on your parents, make sure that they have enough CoQ10 to supplement the loss of the nutrients that they have because of taking the cholesterol medication.
Because CoQ10 is for energy. So you know which organ uses the most energy?
Oh, heart.
Yes, thank you.
So, by blocking CoQ10, the next disease is heart attack.
Yes, possibility is there. Okay, by taking cholesterol medicine, by reducing the CoQ10 in our body, that's the possibility that we will get heart disease. Okay. So yes, even nowadays, in more. So if you are taking statin, doctors usually encourage you to take 100 mg of CoQ10. And if you are doing some bypass heart procedure, they will still give you 300 mg of CoQ10 to improve your survival rate.
Okay.
Yes, that is so important.
Okay.
So next one. Okay, so whenever you have this health condition, these are some of the example of nutrients that you need to replenish for yourself. Okay, very, very important. This is just some of the examples. You just
those two. Okay. So for high blood pressure,
Yeah. Okay. So and then this, why do we highlight this? Because we need to always remember that what is our cell made of? Is it medicine or is it nutrition? So like for example, like Sandy, when you are pregnant at time, do you take a lot of medicine to help your baby?
no. Because as a pregnant lady, there's a lot of medication that we have to avoid because it affects the baby in the womb. So what I do is during my pregnancy, for my both pregnancy, I take a lot of nutrients. Okay, of course, by visiting the doctor will still prescribe you some folic acid, some multivitamins. Okay, but because of the unknown source of the medications, okay, I tend to take nutrients more because you don't want your baby to eat so-called unhealthy or rubbish thing, right? So when every pregnant lady, they are very careful with everything that they take, okay? Even to the smallest thing, we have to think like not twice, but triple, thrice, 3 times. I can take this one, I can maybe take this one, I got effort and all. So there's a lot of question marks, okay? So during my whole pregnancy, for my both kids, I take a lot of nutrition supplements, not only for myself, but also for my baby. Okay, so that's why earlier the MC Ron mentioned that both of my baby are nutrient okay.
So first when we talk about supplements become something that is like very important element in our life.
Yes, correct.
Because of our food, food is really very hard to get all the complete nutrition. So this is like the supplements pyramid. That the water one, everyone must have at least once a day is multivitamin and minerals. That's so important. Yeah, to build a base for yourself, and then go to calcium supplements. Okay, yeah, because a lot of people are staying indoor, so the
Work out much, you don't exercise a lot.
so the calcium, the bones and bones become so important. Okay, go to antioxidants. Okay, vitamin C, vitamin E. And the top one is based on what you need. Okay, your special needs. Maybe you're someone who uses computer a lot, or maybe you're someone who needs to use your brain a lot.
Okay, so we add on to whatever related to our lifestyles, so that like you mentioned earlier, just by a lack of vitamin B, there can be a rise of 400 symptoms that we do not know. Okay, so to have a healthier life, the base, which is you mentioned earlier, multivitamin is a very important one. So nowadays, there's so many pollutions out there, because indoor or outdoor pollution and all the viruses out there. It's very important to stay healthy, okay, so that we can fight those pollutions and the viruses and bacteria. So by taking the multivitamins at least one per day, it helps us to stay on foot, okay? So if there are so many, supplements out there, how do we know which supplements brands are the trusted one? Okay, what can we find out there?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you know how to choose this brand A,
Vitamin C, etc.
why do we actually focus on this, right? Okay, we're going to tell the story of what we like. Okay,
so earlier on, we do mention about Nutrilite. So you might wonder, Nutrilite, how long is it in the market? Okay, so for your info, Nutrilite has been in the market since 1950, when the founder Carl Renberg returned from Shanghai, actually to Shanghai, China. Okay, he founded the first multivitamin in 1934. Okay, and with all the research and R&D that has been gone through, Nutrilite was born in 1939. Okay, and it merged with Amway in 1972. So it back date about 18 years ago. Okay, where the supplements has been born. Okay, so it's as old as our grandparents.
So one thing you need to notice here is that the supplement company is born before the marketing company take over them.
Yes,
It means that because Nutrilite, the initial objective of their foundation is because they just want to research about plants, research about nutrition, and how they can help people better with health. Okay, so then that's all their intention. Okay, but then because of that, they're almost bankrupt. So they need to survive. So then they merge with Amway. Amway helped them to do all the marketing. Then now they are the #1 supplement brand in the world.
So next, Nutrilite is the only brand whereby they grow, harvest, research, manufacture, package, and distribute it. What we call is intelligence. Okay, from A to Z, they do it by themselves and not by third party. Okay.
Seeds, supplements, everything else.
Yes. And it's the only global vitamin B certified organic. Okay, so nowadays there are a lot of organic product out there. So what's the difference between organic and certified organic?
Nowadays, vegetables so expensive, right?
Yes.
Everyone's planting their own vegetables.
Correct.
So of course, when you plant your own veggie, I don't want to put all the pesticide. I put the whatever leftover food, things like that for my plants. It's also organic, right?
Use no pesticide. I just water in my own
Yeah.
water.
So then what is the difference between certified organic and organic?
Okay. So basically, certified organics, there are 5 criteria on it. The first one, of course, there's no pesticide and herbicide. There must be no chemical fertilizer used during the farming and during in their farm. Okay, there is no neighboring farm. Okay, because when there are neighboring farm, you tend to share underground water because when you plant, your water absorbed by the soil. And if you have neighboring farm, whatever water or herbicide that your neighbor uses, it will go into your plant. So that is a very important criteria whereby no neighboring farm. Of course, no highway. Okay, should be no air pollution on it. And of course,
There's highway means there will be humans staying around. Yes. When there's human, there will be a lot of chemicals used. Our laundry our dishwashing things like that, even body wash.
yes. Okay. And lastly, which is the most important one, is the non-GMO. GMO means genetically modified organism. So whichever seed that they use is actually the purest, the origins one. Okay, there's no alterations on the seeds. Okay, so of course, Nutrilite Farms has the what do you call it? Certifications to prove that they are certified organics.
This is like annual certifications. They need to get like
Certified every year with the 5 criteria that I mentioned earlier. Okay.
not
Yeah. So just what is GMO? A lot of people are asking. Nowadays when you go to marketing, okay, when you want to buy vegetable, you always tend to look for those big ones. Okay. Do you know that carrots, okay?
the original.
Carrots is like the one in the slide, like your hands, this huge. But finger, sorry. But if you go to shopping, supermarkets, you see this carrot, will you buy? No. Our parents tends to buy those food that is already been genetically modified, which is better, bigger, because they worth the value.
Sometimes you don't even know this is like genetically modified because it's so common in the market.
Okay, so one of the special about Nutrilite is all of their plants, okay, are non-GMO. Okay, they do not modify a single genetic DNA in the plants. Okay, that's why it's so pure already.
Including soil. Okay, soil is very common for GMO.
So next slide.
Okay, talking about the soil, they even go deep into all the layers of soil and all the vitamins, minerals. How do they make the soil even better? So there's like so much. Then they use Egyptian earthworm to plant soil into.
To loosen the soil.
Loosen the soil.
So that's why
Why specifically Egyptian earthworm is because it's tahan lasak. And it can go deep into 10 meters deep to
Loses the soil. Because those local soil, when they go 1 or 2 meters, I think they say, oh yeah, I got no energy already. So because
these are all the factors one, not the skinny one that is skinny.
so that's how great is the Egyptians are.
They purposely go and find Egyptian earthworm.
Okay. And then how, when we say certified organic, so how are they going to avoid those pests or insects? So they use a technology what we call diversify, whereby they actually use animals, okay, to catch the pests.
The natural prey.
Okay, so they do not need to use herbicide and pesticide. Okay, so let's say the what do you call that? Grasshopper. What is the grasshopper? Okay, they have the owls. How about the eat grasshopper bats? Sorry, the bats to take out the grasshopper. Okay, so next
So
one.
there's rats and they use when you saw the sheep, okay, sheep eat the sheep eat the lala. Okay, so one way they do sheep is because the sheep are very gentle on the lala. It's not like
they don't who like cow, but they do not use cow but use sheep is because cow, you know, when they eat and then they pull out, they pull the whole thing. Let's say the plants are there, they take out the whole plants, but when you use sheep, they nibble on it instead of pulling out the whole thing.
so, and then after the sheep organ they cook, then the natural fertilizer. See? Even the water system they think about it, because like water is like the hardest to predict because you do not know when you need to water the plants. Yes, to make sure that it's not too dry and it's not too wet. Okay, so that you can
They
preserve
use the satellite integrated system, so they look to see which areas that need waters, and then they will actually run to sprinkle the water on it. Okay.
all your water comes from just behind. Okay, that's the glacier water. Very, very pure water. To water the plants. Next one. The landscape.
Which is very important, the landscape. The landscape that Nutrilite use what they call as rotation farming. Why they use rotation farming is because if you use the same patch of farm or place that to plant the thing over and over again, the soil tends to lose its nutrients. But if you use rotation farming, once this plot of plants have been matured, you harvest it, you let it rest, and you use the other farm, okay, to start again, okay, to plant and harvest again. The farm that has been harvested, you let it rest, the nutrients will grow back, okay. So we will not exhaust the nutrient of the soil, and with this, the nutrients of the plants that Nutrilite harvest has been guaranteed that the nutrients are there. Okay, so they do not lose out on the nutrients.
And very important is because this is a very, how to say, not a very cost-effective kind of farming practice. Okay, because when you need to rest the land, and then means you are losing certain parts of the profit.
Yes, correct.
So a lot of like farmers, they want their profit. So what they do is they just keep on planting and planting and planting until the land can no longer support any growth.
Yes.
Okay, so this is then after they go find something else. So what happens to the plants that harvest from that?
The nutrient getting less.
That's why we need supplements as well. So this one, Nutrilite has been using their farm for more than 80 years and then still growing the same quality plants over here. Okay, that's also important.
Yeah. So next one.
And then this is their factory. Okay, after they harvest the plants, and then you see the
Train
railway. This railway is not for human. This railway is for plants. Okay. So after they harvest, they quickly put all the plants, send it to the factory, and then they process it. Within 30 minutes to 2 hours, they will become supplements. So this is how we preserve nutrients level in the plants.
Yeah.
Because we know that the moment we pluck the the plants, the nutrients start to drop.
Yes, correct. So next. Other than that, we want to trace back, okay, what we consume, what we've been taking, and Nutrilight are able to trace the supplements that you're taking to their farm, which of the plants that they are producing. Okay, each of the supplements, they have a unique code so that they actually can trace back when they actually harvest it.
Yeah, all the plants they have their birthday. Those certificates.
Not only us have the plants, the Nutrilight plants actually have it too.
There's so much detail that put into them growing this plants and producing it into supplements. You can see that at number 7, they conduct 500,000 quality checks on their ingredients every year. So for other supplements company, I've never seen this figure, or I've never seen them telling me about all these kind of things. Yeah. Okay? That's why we really trust Nutrilight is because of all the details, all the little efforts that they put in for all this.
Okay. So next. And in Nutrilight, there are over about 100 scientists that conducts the R&D from from seed to supplements, I would say. Okay, so out there we have other brands. We have one scientist producing like a few products, but over here we have specifically one scientist. They put all their times into building one product. So the time that they actually spend their R&D is to make sure that the consumer gets the greatest benefit from it. So they spend their lifetime, researching on the products to make sure that us consumers get the best out of the best.
And in Nutrilight, they have more than 100 scientists in the company to help them in cover all the aspects in producing the best supplements.
And then a few years back, they have a new plant in China. As you know, recent year, Amways have been producing products with botanical plants. Okay, because there's been research that how it benefits us. Okay, during our ancestor, we always talk about how when we sick, we will always find some plants and herbs and then boil it and then we drink it. Okay, so over here, Nutrilight are using this technique into the new products. Okay, to get the best benefit out of the plants, the herbs. Okay, to us.
Because the 5,000 years of Chinese medicine is not they
Yeah.
That's something. That's why Nutrilight wants to explore this and then incorporate it into our supplements to make it more standardized, so that we get the full benefit from it. Yeah, okay, next. And Nutrilight also works with a lot of universities in the research inside that, so to increase all the research to produce the better supplements. Even the water of the supplements is also patented. Okay, it's also biodegradable.
Yes. So that's how far Nutrilight puts effort when they are producing products. Okay. So next. Other than cooperating with university, Nutrilight has been documented by Discovery channels. Okay, as you know, Discovery channel is a very reliable source. Whatever that is Discovery channels are the best source that we can find out. Okay.
During that time, they want to talk about a topic about certified organic. Organic farming.
Yes.
So they went to look for Nutrilight because Nutrilight is the farm that sets the standards of certified organic. Yeah. Okay, that's why they found the original
of it. Okay. So next. So when we want to consume anything, safety is the priority. Okay. Nutrilight is the official appointed nutritionist for China Olympics. So as you know, other than Panda in China as China's treasure, the second treasure for China is actually their extinct. Okay, so they just don't take anything. Their diet is carefully crafted. Whatever food intake or nutrition intakes, they have to go through a series of,
Screens,
yes, correct. So, sorry?
300 times more strict than
normal, yeah. So, Nutrilite is the official appointed for China Olympic from year 2000 to 2020. So, from here we can see how trustworthy or safe or reliable Nutrilite supplements is. Okay, because if they can take it, the China Olympics can take it, we can take it as well. Okay. Next.
So this is how Nutrilite supplements are produced from seeds to supplements. All these steps, there is no chemical, extra chemicals added to the process to make sure that you get the best products with the best technology. Okay? Safe and pure.
Yeah. So here are some of the examples from the other brands that out there. Okay, there are a lot of brands out there, but how do we know where are the source of the supplements are from them? Okay, some brands they have their own farm, or some brands do not have their own farm, but they're still able to produce their supplements. Okay, they have no manufacturing plants, they have no farm, so we will be starting to wonder if they do not have this, where do they get the source? So it might be from the third party. So by having it from the third party, then
whether the quality is really assured. Okay, if today farm A don't have not have enough ingredient, then I go to farm B. So what is the quality difference? Is there any test to confirm the safety level and purity level? It's really very hard to say. I've been asking some of the supplement company, their top seniors. I asked them, do you know where is the ingredients come from? Yeah, I'll come back to you.
Because some of it they might source it from third party, and there are so many products that they sell, and they might have like 15 or 100 third party they have to talk to regarding their products. But when it comes to Nutrilite, we know where are the sources, because from grow, harvest, plant, we do it all by ourselves. So that's why I mentioned earlier the traceabilities are there, and which is very important. That's the if there's anything happens, Nutrilite are able to trace back to their root cause, and by fixing the root cause, we are able to know what went wrong, rather than just go through it.
Rather than just explaining, wow, my product so can do this, and that, but never tell you the safety. What is the safety? This for what can I do if something happens? Yeah, this is so important, because we take supplements it's for life, it's for health. Then if you really decide that you want to put something into your mouth, make sure that something is ready for you.
Yeah. So we hope our sharing today give you some insight, okay, of what is drug, what is nutrition, and where can you source the best supplement.